Dundee Precious Metals is a Canadian-based mining company. Our main assets are in Eastern Europe, and we have an exploration asset in Canada as well. Actually, we are the only mine in Eastern Europe. We own the Chelopech mine in Bulgaria, and that's the only mine that has ever won an environmental award in Europe. And this is because of our reclamation work on past mining activities. We also won a second place on the Canadian International Cooperation Awards, and this was for corporate social responsibility work carried out in Bulgaria as well. So in terms of environment, it does represent a challenge for us. However, we're very happy to say that we're bringing not only Western standards, we're meeting European Union standards, and in many cases, we are exceeding those standards as well. The European investor can relate to our story in an easier way than the North American investor. Obviously, being us in Eastern Europe, for them it's something that's happening in their backyard. And the European investor also relates well to the progress that the new democracies in Eastern Europe are doing. Bulgaria, but we are in Bulgaria, we are in Armenia, we are in Serbia. So these are interesting countries to be in. In terms of mining, they have extensive mining culture. In terms of politics, they are emerging countries where we will see in the next few years dramatic changes as they adapt to new democracies, to minority governments, and to more Western standards. In the case of Bulgaria particularly, they joined the European Union in January of this year, and we can see how that has affected positively the whole environment in the government and the political issues. In the case of Serbia and Armenia, so far we are involved in exploration in Serbia and in production in Armenia, and more exploration. So far, the permitting situation in those countries have been pretty straightforward, and we expect that it will continue in that same way. We are very solid financially speaking. As of September 30, we have about $175 million of highly liquid assets. This includes our working capital, which is mostly cash, and an investment portfolio. So we are a little bit of a hybrid here. We are a mining company with an investment portfolio. We invest in smaller junior exploration companies, mining companies, that we like to participate in their success, that we like their assets, and that we might want to increase also our position in their companies as time goes on and the risk becomes lower. So in terms of financial, we do have capital, but we also have access to the capital when we need to grow our projects and to fund our projects. When we bought the two assets in Bulgaria in 2004, Chelopech was undercapitalized, underdeveloped. So when we bought this mine, we knew we had a challenge ahead of us. And the best way to solve this challenge was through the construction of an autoclave at site. So the permit for this autoclave has been in the hands of the Ministry of Environment and Waters for about a year now, with no response to us. This has caused some concern in some particular North American investors. And I'm not talking about institutions, I'm talking about individual investors, retail investors that have held the stock for some time, and now that they've been waiting for about a year, they've already made money, so they sell the stock at these depressed prices. Well, it's going to be interesting next 6 to 8 months at Dundee Precious Metals from all our projects, starting with Chelopech, which is our flagship mine. We will be making soon a decision on the autoclave, where we will build the autoclave, whether in Bulgaria or somewhere else. Also, in terms of exploration results, we will have some news coming for our Serbia, for Armenia, where we have spent quite an amount, considerable amount in exploration this past year. So in the next 6 months, we should start seeing a constant flow of information coming of Armenia and Serbia. The beauty of those countries is when we bought the projects, they come with historical resources. So basically what we have to do is go and re-drill, what we call insider drilling. We are drilling to confirm that something is there. So that, I think, will add tremendous value and resources to our projects. And the beauty of it is also that analysts that cover the stock right now, which there's only 2 companies covering the stock, GMP and BMO Nesbitt, they do not give us any credit for historical resources until we get them on 43-101 compliance or TSX compliance. So I think that will make a dramatic difference in the company as well.